By the time Amy was 9 or 10, she just absolutely was obsessed with movie stars, and especially movie stars that had tragic deaths. She would research the people in the movie, and if somebody died young, she would do more research. Amy talked about dying young all the time. It was disturbing, but she seemed to have a lot of empathy for people that had tragic childhoods. And I don't know where that comes from. I was concerned about the obsession, and I did try to steer her away from it. I would say it's only going to make you sad. Concentrate on the happy things that happen, not the sad part.
My wife would let me know what was going on, what she felt about all these young people dying at an early age, and I thought, well, I don't really know what to say about it.
Amy had a charmed childhood, and I think she would agree. So it is a little bit bewildering why she would be so interested in movie stars that died young. I couldn't help Amy. I wanted to shield her from tragedies like that. It was a little odd when she started talking about Jack Pickford. She was in love with Jack Pickford. He was her first crush. She had to have been 10 years old.
I wasn't home a lot, but when I was home, I did hear the name Jack Pickford a lot.
I didn't know anything about Jack Pickford until Amy told me. Jack Pickford was Mary Pickford's brother. Mary Pickford was an actress. She was America's sweetheart back in the 1900s through the 1930s. But Amy really felt sorry for Jack.
From what I've heard about Jack Pickford, I don't think I would want him associating with one of my daughters.
He's been portrayed as a wife abuser, an alcoholic. Supposedly he died of syphilis. But Amy carried pictures of Jack Pickford all the time. I found it really strange that Amy was so enamored with Jack Pickford. He's not the kind of man, from what I heard, that you would want your daughter associating with. Amy would get so upset when she would read something or somebody would say something, somebody's blog or something on the computer, and she would go, "That's just not right." She goes, "I'm so mad. How could they say that about Jack? They don't even know him." It was extremely bizarre to have a 10-year-old defending a man who has such a reputation. At first, I thought Amy's fascination with Jack Pickford was just a phase, but then I discovered that it was much bigger than that.
When Brennan was 6, he was able to tell me that God sent him down to me because God knew that I really wanted children. And because he was such a kind, smart man, the last time he told me, God sent me back on a white horse and I woke up as Brennan. That's the kind of thing that as a parent you get chills about, but where else is this coming from? I was trying to process what he meant. This is when you realize you're having a conversation that you're not quite equipped as a parent to have. The emotional intelligence that was in his voice when he said that to me, it was so sincere and it struck me because that's not something a 6-year-old would say. Brennan started to ask me questions. Did I remember being a grown person before? And I didn't. And so Brennan started saying to me that there were old people and there were new people. I wondered, could this actually be?